Hello and welcome to another part of this chapter simplex method. In the previous part we have solved a maximization linear programming problem by using simplex method. Now in this part we shall solve one minimization linear programming problem by using simplex method. Now we consider this given problem: minimize z equal to minus 2x1 plus 3x2 subject to 2x1 minus 5x2 less equal to 7, 4x1 plus x2 less equal to 8, 7x1 plus 2x2 less equal to 16, where x1 and x2 are non-negative values. So this is the given problem. Now we shall solve this problem by using simplex method. We can solve this minimization problem by simplex method without converting this problem to a maximization problem, but for simplicity we first convert this problem to that of a maximization problem and then we shall solve the problem by using simplex method. So to convert this problem to a maximization problem, we first assume that z star equal to minus z. If z star equal to minus z, we know from a well-known property that minimization of z, this equal to minus of maximization of minus z, that is equal to minus maximization of z star, because z star equal to minus z. So if we somehow find the maximum value of z star where z star equal to minus z, then the minimum value of z can be found by just multiplying the max z star by minus 1. So we first reduce the problem to that of a maximization problem. And again, if we consider the constraints, we have three constraints. These are all inequalities. So we have to convert these inequalities as equation by adding slack variables on the left hand side of the inequalities. So in the first inequality, we add a new slack variable. Suppose we are adding x3, so this is equal to 7. In the next inequality or in the next constraint, we add a new slack variable, call it x4, so this is equal to 8. And in the final constraint 7x1 plus 2x2, we add a new slack variable x5, this is equal to 16. So x1, x2, x3, x4 and x5 all are non-negative values. So we have reduced all the constraint to equations. So we write the objective function, that is maximization of z star, that will be, now z star equal to minus z. So maximization of z star will be minus of this. So 2x1 minus 3x2. So now this becomes a problem of maximization. Now we shall solve this problem by usual simplest method we have already defined in the previous part. So if the solution is obtained, then we can easily find the minimum value of z by just simply multiplying the max z star by minus 1. So let us solve this maximization problem by usual simplex method. For that we have to construct simplex table. Now the objective function can also be written as 2x1 minus 3x2 plus 0 into x3 plus 0 into x4 plus 0 into x5, so that the cost vector becomes 2 minus 3 0 0 0. The v vector is 7 8 16 and the coefficient vectors a1 will be 2 4 7, a2 will be minus 5 1 2, a3 will be 1 0 0, a4 will be 0 1 0 and a5 will be 0 0 1. So since we have three constraints, so in the initial basic solution vector there will be three vectors. So we shall select the three vectors in such a manner that the corresponding coefficient vectors will be independent. Now here we find that the three unit vectors are a3, a4 and a5. So we shall select x3, x4, x5, these as the initial solution vectors or initial basic solution vectors. Now we construct the simplex table. Now this is the simplex table. here there are 5 vectors, coefficient vectors a1, a2, a3, a4, a5, and this is the cost vector. So we first write the cost vector, which is 2 minus 3 0 0 0. Next we write the coefficient vectors. We have already discussed about that. The coefficient vectors a1, this is 2 4 7. The coefficient vector a2 is minus 5 1 2, and a3 is 1 0 0. It is 0 1 0 and 0 0 1, and the v vector is 7 8 and 16. So initially we select 3 basic vectors or 3 basic variables corresponding to which the coefficient vectors are linearly independent. Now as I have said that we select a3, a4, a5 as initial basic vectors because these 3 vectors are linearly independent. So we select a3, a4 and a5 as basic vectors. Now the cost values corresponding to these basic vectors, now these cost values are 0 0 0. So we write 0 0 0. So the first part of the table is complete. Now we find all the values of zj minus cj. So we compute zj minus cj. For this value it will be 0 into 7 plus 0 into 8 plus 0 into 16. So it is 0. Now we compute this value. It is 0 into 2 plus 0 into 4 plus 0 into 7 minus 2. So it is just minus 2. Now this value, it is 0 into minus 5, 0 into 1 plus 0 into 2 minus of minus 3. So it is just plus 3. This value will be 0 into 0, 0 into 0, 0 into 0 minus 0 again 0. Similarly, this value will be again 0, 0 into 0 plus 0 into 1 plus 0 into 0 minus 0. And finally, this value, this will be again 0 into 0 plus 0 into 0 plus 0 into 1 minus 0. So it is again 0. So we have computed all the values of zj minus cj. Now we have to find whether there is any negative value of zj minus cj. If all the values are non-negative, then the optimality condition is satisfied. Now here we find that this value of zj minus cj is negative value, which is minus 2. So therefore the optimality condition is not satisfied. So we have to modify the solution. That means at least one of these 3 variables will be replaced by remaining 2 variables. Now here we find that negative value appears for the vector a1. So in the modified solution set, the vector a2 will enter the basis. Now the question is, which vector out of a3, a4, a5 will leave the basis? For that we have to find the mean ratio. For that we have to compute all the ratios, and we have already discussed in the previous part that the ratios can be found by dividing v vector by the values of the coefficient vector. So the first ratio will be 7 by 2. So it is 7 by 2. The next value will be 8 by 4, 8 by 4 which is 2, and the final value is 16 by 7. So it is 16 by 7. So out of which we have to find which one is minimum. So we clearly see that this 2 is minimum. So this 2 value appears for the vector a4. So we have found that the vector a4 will leave the basis and the vector a1 will enter the basis. Now we shall find the key element. Now key element can be found from the intersection of this row and this column. So here we find that this 4 is the key element. So we have found that the vector a4 will leave the basis and the vector a1 will enter the basis. So in the new solution set, the basic vectors will be a3, a4 will be replaced by a1 and a5, and the corresponding cost values are 0. The cost value of a1 is 2 and it is 0. Now we have to find all the remaining values. by using row operation. We have to make this element as 1, and using this we have to make the remaining 2 elements on this column as 0. So first we have to make this element as 1, and this can be found by applying this row operation. It is R2 star, this will be R2 by 4. If we divide this row by 4, then this element becomes 1. So we just divide this row by 4, then it becomes 8 by 4. So it is 2, 4 by 4 1, 1 by 4, 0 by 4 0, 1 by 4 and 0 by 4 0. Now using this element we shall make this element as 0. For that we shall use this row operation, R1 star equal to R1 minus R2 by 2. If we apply this row operation, then we find that this element becomes 0. So then it will be 2 minus this by 2, so it is 0. We find this value is 7 minus this by 2, so 7 minus 8 by 2, that is 7 minus 4, which is 3. This value is minus 5 minus 1 by 2, so minus 5 minus 1 by 2, that is minus 11 by 2. This value will be 1 minus 0 by 2, so it is 1. This value will be 0 minus 1 by 2, so it is minus half, and this is 0 minus 0 by 2, which is 0. Now finally this row, for that we have to make this element 0 by using this element. Now this can be found by using this row operation, R3 star, this will be R3 minus 7 by 4 into R2. So if we apply this row operation, then this element becomes 0. Now let us find all the elements of this row. So if we apply this row operation, then this element will be 0. 7 minus 7 by 4 into this becomes 0. Now this value, it will be 16 minus 7 by 4 into 8. So if we apply this operation, then 16 minus 7 by 4 into 8, that means 16 minus 14, which is again 2. Now this value is 2 minus 7 by 4 into 1, so 2 minus 7 by 4, which is 1 by 4. This value 0 minus 7 by 4 into 0, which is 0. It is 0 minus 7 by 4 into 1, which is minus 7 by 4, and finally 1 minus 7 by 4 into 0, which is 1. So we have found all the rows. Next we shall find Zj minus Cj. Now this can be found here. Now this value is 0 into 3 plus 2 into 2 plus 0 into 2, which is 4. Now this value 0 into 0 plus 2 into 1 2 plus 0 into 0 minus 2. So 2 minus 2 is 0. This value 0 into minus 11 by 2, 2 into 1 by 4 plus 0 into 1 by 4 minus of minus 3. So it is 2 by 4 plus 3, that is 1 by 2 plus 3, which is 7 by 2. Next 0 into 1, 2 into 0, 0 into 0 minus 0, which is 0. This value 0 into minus half, 2 into 1 by 4 plus 0 into minus 7 by 4 minus 0. So it is 2 by 4, that is half. And finally this value, which is 0 into 0 plus 2 into 0 plus 0 into 1 minus 0, which is again 0. So here we have found that all the values of Zj minus Cj are non-negative. So the optimality condition is satisfied. So this solution is optimum. So first we write the solution here, and it will be max of Z star. This is x4 at, this is the solution set, and for that a1 equal to 2, that means x1 equal to 2, x3 equal to 3 and x5 equal to 2. So this is the solution. Now out of these three variables, x3 and x4, these two are slack variables. So these two will not be included in the final solution. In the final solution, we shall write only x1 and x2. So x2 equal to 2 we have found from this value. But what is the value of x2? Here we find that x2 is not a basics variable in the final solution set. So in the final solution set, x2 is not a basic variable. So what will be the value of x2? Now you must remember that if x2 is not included in the basic variable set, then the value of x2 will be 0. So the solution of this maximization problem is max z star equal to 4 at x1 equal to 2 and x2 equal to 0. But our actual problem was minimization problem. So we have to find the minimum value of z. Now we have obtained that max z star equal to 4. So minimum z will be minus of max z star, that is minus of 4. So minimum value of z will be minus 4 at the same point. So the final solution we write it min z equal to minus 4 at x1 equal to 2 and x2 equal to 0. Remember that x1 is basic variable but x2 is not included in the basic variable set. x2 is non-basic variable, so it is 0. So this is the final solution. Now one interesting thing is that we can compute all the values of zj minus cj without computing these values. Now this is very simple. In the final step, we just need to check whether all the values of zj minus cj are non-negative or not. So in the final step, we just need all the values of zj minus cj, and this can be found without computing these values. Now the rule is that from the previous step, we have to make this element of zj minus cj 0 with the help of this element. So actually we have to use one more row operation so that we can make this element as 0 by using this key element. So if we use this row operation, suppose r4 star equal to r4 plus r2 by 2. If we use this row operation r4 star equal to r4 plus r2 by 2, then using this row operation, this value becomes 0. So if we use this row operation in the entire row, then we can easily find all the values of zj minus cj. As for example, suppose this value 4. Now this will be 0 plus 8 by 2 because r4 plus r2 by 2. So 0 plus 8 by 2 is 4. This value becomes 0. Now this value, it will be 3 plus 1 by 2. So 3 plus half, which is 7 by 2. This value will be 0 plus 0 by 2, which is 0. This value can be found from this value, it is 0 plus 1 by 2 is 1 by 2, and finally this value 0 plus 0 by 2, which is 0. So in the final step, if we can guess that this is the final step, then we can find all the values of zj minus cj without computing all the values inside the table. If we can guess that this is the final step, then all the values of zj minus cj can be found directly from this row without computing these entire values. So some time can be saved by using this technique. So you can first find all the values of zj minus cj without computing all these values. If the optimality condition is satisfied, then there is no need to compute all these values. But if we find that the optimality condition is not satisfied, that means at least one value of zj minus cj is negative, then we can compute all these values. So in this part we have considered a minimization problem. In the next part we shall consider a special type of problem where no optimal solution exists. So see you in the next part. Until then, thanks for watching.